What is going on, guys? Welcome to Bezels TV. In this video, I wanted to talk about the Google Pixel Fold and the concerns that I have and I think you guys have. Now, this full list of things that I'm going to list out aren't things that I'm particularly worried about in general. It's going to be a mixture of both. Things I am worried about, things that I think you guys are probably concerned with as well. And we'll talk through it, and at the end, we'll decide if it's still a good phone or potential good phone to pre-order or order, depending upon when you see this video. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. The first one is like any folding phone, and that is durability. How durable is the Google Pixel Fold going to be in the overall sense? Now, folding phones have so many moving parts, so it's definitely not going to be as durable as a traditional slab phone. It just can't. It has too many moving parts. Also, they do say, though, that this is the most durable, folding phone released. So you have that going for it. But then you also have that it is a first generation, but it's not first generation in the sense that it's the first foldable phone ever from anybody. They've seen how Samsung Galaxy Z Folds have been over the years. They've seen Vivo X Folds. They've seen Oppo's folding phones. They've seen Huawei's. They're doing research on this stuff. So they're trying to make the most durable phone. So as much as I still would say, hey, get insurance with it, like I do all folding phones, like definitely get the insurance plan with it, without a doubt, either through your carrier or through Google or some other third party if you're able to. But other than that, I think it'll be fine. I mean, we'll wait and see, but it is something to be concerned with, and that is one of the main concerns I have with the device. The next one has to be the Crease. Now, creases don't bother me at all. I've been dealing with them since my first folding phone, which was the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And, you still have a crease on there, but it's not awful. You get used to it. It's like the cutout that the iPhones have for their cameras. It's like the pinhole on the cameras, on the screens for, traditional Android phones. You just get used to it. It doesn't bug you, but it is something to be concerned with. That's going to be a concern I think some people have is, oh my God, it has a crease. And it's not a big deal, guys. You get used to it. You don't even notice it after a while. So don't let it freak you out, but I know it is going to be, somebody's concern. Number 3 and 4 have to do with the processor, the Tensor G2 processor. I've had it in the Pixel 7 Pro. I haven't really had any issues in terms of battery life or performance, but I know battery life for it isn't as good as, say, an 8 Gen 2, and neither is the performance. But with that said, performance-wise, the Pixel Fold and the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro run awesome. They're so smooth, and I've heard and seen myself on videos of people that have the Pixel Fold or have played with the Pixel Fold. It's super smooth. They're not having any issues in that day-to-day usage. If you like gaming, it's all gonna run great. Now, is it definitely going to be a better performer and have better battery life than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2? Most likely not, let's be honest. But it still runs awesome, and don't be concerned with day-to-day usage. It's gonna be great. Even on somewhat heavy gaming, it's gonna run the games really, really well. It's just not gonna be the top performer. And then battery life, it should be one of those phones, I'm gonna guess, because of the huge display on there, it being a folding phone, and it having the Tensor G2 processor, I'm guessing it's gonna be one of those phones that you're probably gonna have to charge. You wake up in the morning, it's at 100%, and then halfway through the day or into the early afternoon, depending upon how much you use it, you're probably gonna have to charge it again, and then you'll be good, and then you just charge it up again when you go to bed. I feel like it's probably gonna end up being one of those types of devices. I don't think it's gonna be a charge once, you're up the whole day, you've been using it all day, no issues, and you can charge it at night. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be a charge once in the morning and then charge again, kind of middle of the day or towards the end of the day, and then again at night. Pixel Fold has some mighty, chunky bezels. Doesn't bother me, but I know it is and does bother some of you guys. You look at something like a Galaxy Z Fold 4, and basically you can't really see right now, but it doesn't really have any bezel. At least it does. It's very small. But the Pixel Fold has some chunky bezels going on there, and that could detract from, not really so much from your usage, but from the beauty of the phone when you open it up. Don't let it. And I say that because it's one of those things, just like the Crease, or just like the punch hole for the camera or the cutout for the camera that the iPhone has. You get used to it, it gets lost in the usage and you forget about it. It might be one of those things that you look at it in the story like, whoa, well, that's ugly, but it's just like anything in life. You do it enough or you see it enough, you get used to it and it doesn't become an issue, but it will be for some folks. I'm not terribly worried about it. Pixel Fold is a big boy, obviously, but it's also kind of heavy in the sense of being big. It's 10 ounces. That's one of my concerns, and I think it might be some other people. It might get some hand fatigue on this at being 10 ounces. I haven't heard too many people complain about it. It is a really thin phone, but 10 ounces is pretty heavy. I think it's like 0.8 ounces heavier than like a Galaxy Z Fold 4, which this one's already kind of heavy, but I don't get hand fatigue from this, so another 0.8 ounces might be something I might be concerned with. So keep that in mind. I mean, you know, speaking of big, just thinking about it right now, honestly, I put pop socket or I put a love handle or something on the back of the phone, but just the phone being wide and large and not being comfortable to use might be somebody's concern. It's not one of mine, but to add on to the bigness of a phone. But yeah, weight, you might get some hand fatigue with it due to the weight, but I'll be curious to see how much heavier it feels versus some of the other phones I've used. The last one is price. It's so expensive. All of these folding phones are expensive. It's gonna be $17.99, and then the 512 is like $19.19. These are super expensive. And they're giving some good trade-in offers right now, so you know, we'll cut the price basically in half almost, and that's not too bad. You can't buy it anywhere else besides Google if you're in America anyway. So it is a concern that it's expensive. You can only buy it in one place. Trade-in offer is good, but you can't trade in more than one device. So at that point, if you have multiple devices, you might want to go to the third-party route of selling it on eBay or Swappa or, you know, a Craigslist or something like that, but it is expensive. It is one of the big things to be concerned with. But those are the things I could potentially think of that are concerns for myself and for others out there. What did I miss? What do you guys think? What's a concern of the Pixel Fold? Otherwise, I'm super stoked about it still. I can't wait to try it, and I can't wait to get it June 27th. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road.